Hey, welcome back, man. It's your Pound for Pound Texas, man. Man, I've been sitting up here looking at some of these videos, and got a brother out of Detroit, and then this Dr. Umar. I'm trying to see that they saying that the white man scared of the black man, that, we're a threat. I'm really trying to figure out, I'm trying to figure out what is we doing that's so much of a threat to the white man. I'm trying to figure that out. What is we doing? While we sitting up there steady focusing on the white man, we still got the Spanish and everybody else coming through the back door. We not even handling them. That's why I don't understand. They saying that we a threat. What is we doing? We not doing nothing. We not demonstrating that we a threat. Only people that can be a threat is people that's independent, that know how to survive on their own, that do for themselves. People that builds community, that would be a threat, seem like to me, to the white man, than a person that rely on the white man. If you're relying on me, it's nowhere in the world you could be a threat, because you need me. You can't be a threat to me. You can only be a threat if you're not, if you don't need me. If you don't need me. I haven't seen a black person yet, and I'm not saying individual, I'm talking about this collectively, as a group of people, have a community. I just, like I said, I don't understand what we doing that's so much a threat. We don't build. What is we building? Show me, because I'm not seeing it. And I'm down here in Texas. I'm in Houston, Texas, with the Mexicans, not Spanish, Mexicans, because Mexicans is different from other Spanish people. Mexicans are farmers. They build. And I hear the boy about Detroit saying that, Charleston White, woo, need knee pads. He giving the Mexicans too much prop. No, he just down here in Texas, where he done seen what hard work do, and done seen what the black people down here do, and the Mexicans do. And so I guess when you going up north, man, or on that East Coast or something, I guess the Mexican population just not getting up there. And to be honest with you, I'm surprised they even made it that far. I didn't think them brothers down there would even allow something like that. From what I'm hearing, that the Mexicans down there, and they buying up stuff. And if they is buying up stuff, what is they buying? How did they get a chance to even buy stuff? That means it had to be something that somebody didn't want, usually in the black community, or they wasn't doing nothing with it, and the people that came along and got the money to do it. So I guess, when you see the race come along, you see they got the money, they go ahead and buy this, you may figure like they getting some help. And my question is, well, if all the black people down there, if they was having money like a lot of them guys say they was having money, because I've been locked up. I done fed time. And I done been locked up with a lot of people. And, and guys up on the East Coast and up north, they seem to say they millionaires. They have a lot more money. But if you got that kind of money, why wasn't you buying the property that was around you? Why you wasn't buying the buildings that was around you, and you start fixing it up and building it up? I can tell you first off that we wasn't down here buying property. We was trying to migrate wherever the white folks go, and that's just the truth. And the Mexicans came along, and whatever blacks abandoned, that's what the Mexicans bought, and that's what they fixed up and built up. They basically showed, how they say, another man trash is another man treasure? Man, that's what it's been. That's just how it go. We did this to ourselves. You can't keep blaming nobody but us, the person in the mirror. We did this. We abandoned stuff. If you don't abandon nothing, it's not nothing now. If you leave it there, somebody gonna come along and get it and make something about it. Because the first thing the black people did, whatever they mama and daddy and them probably had, they was like, dog, that ain't nothing. You know, they took it for granted, man. They wasn't appreciative. And here it is, they done came through and bought it, man. So, I mean, I ain't trying to get way off subject, but that's been the thing, man. And like I say, unless you doing that, you can't be a threat. If you need, listen, if you steady begging the white man or any other race or something like that, or blaming them for your conditions, you can't be a threat, man. I mean, great people could never be held down. You can't hold nothing great down. I mean, it just doesn't happen like that. You can't stop greatness, man. So it just sounds, I'm just, I don't never want to, I don't never want to step on another man's battle, what he may feel like is important to him. I understand that. I understand stuff didn't happen in history. But at this point, I mean, come on, man. What can you do about it but regroup? And I know that regrouping is almost like playing Monopoly, man. When you done fumble, you got to go back to go. And going back to go, man, that sounds like some scary shit to a lot of people, because they equate, you equate that with slavery. Oh, I don't want to be no slave, nothing like that. Hey, man, listen, ain't nobody talking about being no slave. But, man, you are going to have to be able to do the jobs that the Spanish people was doing, man. You got to be, you got to be in competition, man. And that's just how it is. Anything, listen, in order to shut somebody out or close somebody out, it can't be no openings. We done left too many openings. I mean, that's just how it is, man. And they done came in and do it, and then done what they want. They done came in and built communities. Now, if anybody was a threat, I mean, they would be the threat. They would be the threat if anybody was to be the threat. Not nobody. Man, you know what? The white man probably want to deal. He probably be better off dealing with blacks, he say, because guess what? If we give blacks a job, they ain't gonna do nothing but just give it the money right back to us. They gonna buy our houses. They gonna buy anything we put out. They gonna buy our products. So I just don't see somebody that's relying on the white man being a threat to the white man. Now if you doing your own thing and you don't need him, you taking his money, you building your own, and you off to yourself doing your own thing, and you don't need him, I can see that being a motherfucking threat. He probably want to slow you down because evidently you serious about something. And that's just how a lot of foreigners is, man. Mexicans, they like to buy stuff. They don't want to rent. At one point, man, they was a certain way. They just didn't put in hard work, man, and you can't fight that. So, I just don't see, the white man feeling like the black man is some kind of threat, because I'm not seeing, where at that the black man is being a threat, because he paying majority of the black people. I mean, and then, like I said, I'm not saying that, say if he got something, say if the white man got a company or something, and you up in the company, I'm not saying you can't outshine somebody at the company and do this here, but you got to remember this here. That's they shit now you talking about. Ain't nobody gonna let nobody take over their shit. Ain't nobody gonna do that. That don't have nothing to do with no race. It's gonna always be somebody to do something better than you. But if it's your stuff, you're not gonna let nobody run it. Now you gonna run your own shit. You might take some advice from them or something like that. Now that's what the black man mad about, that hey, that was my ideal and I'm not getting no credit for it. Hey, well look, that's another motherfucking thing. Then you gonna have to try to find out a way to kind of keep your shit to yourself until you can establish where you make sure you get full credit for whatever it is you do. But you know, man, it's not. I just don't see that threat, man, because you're not showing me no large black communities where the black man is building. Down here in Houston, you can't find no neighborhoods like that. I mean, and I don't want to hear nothing about. Somebody told me about, well, go to Atlanta. Man, listen, we got the same kind of shit going on in Atlanta. We got the same kind of badass neighborhoods where it's black folks in bad neighborhoods. Black folks got money. They in bad neighborhoods, but them people is getting paid, and that's where they choose to live. They choose to live amongst white folks because, man, they feel like it's safe. You know, like I said again, I think I did some of them on this here before. Man, the bottom line, man, we feel safe when it's like that. I mean, hey, you know, so I'm not understanding, you know, where is the threat? And then, like I said, once we get some money, I mean, look where we going, man. I mean, you can just look at the actions, man. Like I say, the crying, you know, that crybaby stuff, man. That is where is we the threat at? That's all I want to know. Where is the threat? I would like to honestly know, where is the threat? You know, where's the threat coming from? You know, why are we not handling the other class of people that's coming in, that's moving us around? That is the threat for us, not the white man. This system was created and ran by a white man. This system right here was perfected by a white man. And we talking about the system. We're not talking about individuals as far as like who can't, you know, because everybody will get in the system. If they see they can take advantage of it, they're going to take advantage of it. But we just talking about this day system. And I want to know how is we the threat? How is we the threat, man? I'm not understanding that, you know. The people that's pushing us out the way, that is the immediate threat, not the white man.